Got my weekly card counting video for you guys today. We're going to be playing a couple shoes of double deck, but before we get into that, guys, welcome back to the channel. This is A1 Blackjack, the channel where we teach you how to count cards fast. All right, and we're going to do that today. But before we do, I'm really excited about this video because it's the first kind of official video, if you will, that is using my new felt that was sent to me by Casino Supply on my new table here. I'm really excited to use this. And anyway, I've done a couple shorts on it, but I haven't done a real full-length video yet. So I'm excited to do this one for you. Anyway, that's not why you're here. If you are interested in getting your own felt or some of these very nice Monte Carlo chips that they sent me, I have a discount code that I'll show you at the end. But anyway, you're here to count. So before we get started, let me kind of exchange. Let's go $1,000 of pink in for some red, green, and black. We have kind of piles of 5, so 25, 50, 75, 100 in red that I'm going to give you. As well as, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 400 in green. So that's 500 so far. And then also another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in black. That way it'll make it nice and easy, just $1,000 there at the end when you want to count up kind of our totals to see if we either won or lost. But before we get to the counting, I'm going to shuffle this up for us and then we'll get into it. All right, those are all shuffled up. I have no clue what they are. All right, and like usual, we're going to be cutting off about a half deck or so. We'll go right about there. And then also we'll burn a card to see if we are right or not with our counting at the end. Don't know what that one is either. All right, and then I'm going to be playing with a bet spread today that for every count of 0, true count of 0 or lower, so anything negative or 0 is going to be $10 at this table. We'll call that the table minimum. Right, whereas if the count is a true 1 or higher up till 5, we're going to be betting that many greens. All right, so for example, if it was a true 3, I'm going to be betting 2 spots of 3 green, 1, 2, 3 here and over here. All right, so 2 spots there of that many green. If the count was a true 4, we would add another one, and so on up till a true 5. Okay, so we got some black. If we need to trade in any others, we can do that. But let's get started here. Got counts at 0, so I got my $10 out there. Are you ready? And let's go. All right, so starting off here, our count is at 1. Those cancel. Gonna stand on a 16 versus 6. All right, and let's see, nice, 22. So you won that first one. Count is still at 1. All right, so 1 divided by 2 decks left to be played is not quite enough to raise our bets yet, so we're going to keep it at $10. A lot of 6s here. All right, any insurance? Count's still at 1, so no, we take insurance at a 2.5 or higher on double deck. All right, no blackjack, but this is going to be a hit. So the count's now at 2. We can stand on that. Back to 1, and what is that? That's 17. Okay, and this hits, or this stands on all 17s, so we're going to stand on this. The count is now at 2 though, so that's more important. That's also a 17. That's a push. Okay, count is at 2, and so because of that, we are going to, again, 2 divided by 2 is a true 1. So we're going to raise our bets here to 2 spots. Okay, before we make a decision, let's update the running count. It was at 2. Those are going to cancel. These are going to cancel, and then that's going to be a 3 now. So this is going to be a hit. Any blackjack? Nope. 4, still a hit. And 5, now we can stand at 18. This is also going to be a hit. All right, and that is too many. All right, so the count's still at 5. 6 and 7. So I think these are going to be pushes. All right, but the count shot up, which is nice. Count is at 7. Now 7 divided by, I'd say that's about 1.5 left to be played. You need to know your kind of multiples of 1.5. So it goes 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6, 7.5. So we don't have quite enough to make a bet of 5 greens in each, but we are going to bet 4. So make sure you know that. It's always good to kind of just memorize your 1.5s, your multiples of 1.5. But anyway, we're going to bet 4 green in each spot here. Count is at 7. So running count, true count of 4. Okay, now the count, that's going to cancel. So count dropped to 6. Going to stand there. This is going to be a hit. Going to stand there. Count dropped to 5. Back to 6 and 7. Nice. So that's going to be a push. This is a winner. All right, same thing as before. Count's at 7, so we're going to keep our $400 out there. Or 400, or 4 green, which is 100. Sorry about that. All right, was at 7. Now it's dropping, looks like dramatically here. No blackjack. So 6, 5, 4, 3. Stand. Dealer has 18. So it's still at 3. So we lost this one, but we won that one. Okay, now a 3, think about this, a 3 divided by not quite a deck yet, so still by 1.5. Again, your multiples of 1.5, 1.5, and then jumps right to 3. So that is going to be a true 2. Again, it's important that you know those. Okay, counts at 3, our true count is 2. Hey, blackjack, nice. So before they sweep this away, update that count, all right? So it was at 3, 2, 1, cancels, and back to 2. So that's going to be 75, pays 3 to 2. Okay, counts at 2. We're going to hit this. Now you can stand, back to 3, 4, and 17. So counts at 4, got to take those. All right, 4. Now, here's a little trick. This is slightly less, I would say, than 1 deck, but barely, all right? Because the count is at 4, if I were to divide by 1.5 here, that would give me a true, you know, well, 3 divided by 1.5 is 2, 4.5 divided by 1.5 is at 3. So because I'm kind of in the middle of that, I'm actually going to round up to that next one, which would be a 3. Okay, so you can be a little careful there. As long as the count is positive, probably above 2, it's okay to put out kind of that next spot. If I were to divide by a whole deck, right, then it would be a true 4. And so kind of split the difference there. If you're kind of in between a couple, and it's the difference between dividing by 1.5 or 1, you know, and one would be 50, whereas the other one would be $100. Just go in the middle. That's kind of my rule of thumb. We are having positive EV at this point, and so you might as well round up. Okay, anyway, that said, our running count is a true, or is a running 4. All right, still a running 4. This is going to be a hit. Any blackjack? Nope, that's a hit. Back to 3. Got to take those. Okay, this is also a hit. Back to 4, and this 16 versus a 10. Remember, you stand at any positive running count. So counts at 4. We're going to stand on that. But back to 3. That's a tough one. You're likely to lose that hand, whether you hit or stand. So that's a tough one. But anyway, counts at 3 now. Okay, now I would say there probably is a whole deck in there. So 3 divided by 1 is 3, of course. So we are going to bet 2 spots of 3. Okay, count was at 3, 2, 1, cancels, and then back to 2. Going to stand. And, ooh, 21. Dang, got to take both those. All right, back to 2 though. So 2 green here. Let's see if we can win a few of these. Nice high count. Good luck on the ace. All right, count was at 2. Now it is 3, 4, 5. Those cancel. This is going to be a double down. Nice. Back to 4. That's a hit. Now I can stand at 3. 4. Nice, that's a push. And over here, nah, it's also a push. Okay, but the count is at 4. 4 divided by 1 deck left is a true 4. Okay, got some interesting ones here. Let's see here. So it was at 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to hit this. 8. Now you can stand because there's a deviation that says that if you have a 12 versus a 3, you are going to stand at a true 2 or higher. So we're going to stand on this. Okay, count is at 8. We're going to split that. That's 4 greens, so 100. Count still at 8. This first one, I'm going to stand on 16. Ooh, nice. I can double down. So the count jumped up to 9 now. Oh, this will be the last one. Ah. But the count is at 10, 11, 10, and 9. Nice. This is a huge hand here. Let's get you some green. So we'll go like this. All right, so what I say, I think the count's at 9. I think that is all of ours. All right, we'll count these up here in a second. It's a fun one to end on for this first shoe. Okay, so the cut card came out. Let's see if we were right. I think I said 9. And then we'll also have to take into account our burn card as well. So 9, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so the count's at 1, which means this needs to be a high card to get us back to 0, and it was. All right, so before we count this up, we're gonna play one more. All right, play one more here. Let me get these all shuffled up for us again. All right, got those all shuffled up. Again, I'm gonna cut off about a half a deck or so. Now remember, the count's back to 0 now, so you do need to start back at that $10 mark with just 1 spot. All right, hopefully we can raise them again, but we'll see. You see, oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put a burn card. I'll just put this one. If a casino ever does that, don't trust them. Okay, anyway, you can tell I'm not a real dealer. All right, still at 0 because those are all neutral cards. Now, 9s, remember, split against the dealers 2 through 9 except for 7. So since that's an 8, we're going to split that. Still at 0. I'm going to hit this. Now it's at 1. And let's see, 15, too many. Whoa. Again, I'm still getting used to the new table. Sorry about that. Too many there. Count's still at 1 though. All right, on the second 9, oh my goodness, another 9. Go like this maybe. Back to 0, gonna stand. What in the world? All right, this will be the last one because I think that'll be my 4th split. All right, count at 0, 16, gonna hit, and too many. So back to -1 on this 9 now. Back to 1, double down, and 2. All right, counts at 2, 3, and too many. Okay, so I think we ended up winning some there. Kind of an interesting one. We might have even broken even. But anyway, more importantly, the count is at 3. So let's keep that in our mind. Now, I don't probably have a half deck in here yet. So when I divide this, I'm going to be taking 3 divided by the whole 2 decks left to be played. And so 3 divided by 2 is just going to be a 1, a true count of 1. All right, we are going to round down on that one because the EV at 1 typically isn't necessarily positive yet. It's usually right around kind of break even. So that's why I like wait to 2 until you can round up. All right, now it was at 3. Before you get excited about your blackjack here, the count's now back to 0, right? Those cancel, 2, 1, 0. You're not going to take insurance because the count dropped. So this is going to pay. I brought in some, got some 50-cent pieces. Went to the bank the other day. All right, so you get 25 plus another 12 and a half. Okay. All right, anyway, counts at 0. It's going to be a hit. Back to -1. Take that one. And still -1. All right, so since it's -1, we got our $10 out there. Going to stand on that. So now it's -2 and -3. So that's a push. Still negative. All right, any insurance here? No, because it's negative, still -3. But they have it this time. -4. All right, still negative, got our $10 out there. There we go, -3, 2, 1. So -1, this is gonna be a hit. 0, still a hit. And 1, now you can stand on that. Counts at 1, back to 0, and -1. So we got $10 back. Counts -1, $10. Man, a lot of aces. Now it's -2, so we are not going to take insurance. No blackjack. -2, that's a hit. -1, still a hit. And back to -2, too many. Back to -1. $17 is going to stand back to 0 for the count. 1, 2, and let's see, 1, is that 14? 0, 15, and too many. Okay, counts at 0. All right, so since it's 0, we're still gonna be betting our $10. Counts at 1. All right, I'm gonna stand. 2 and 1. Ooh, they got you. Right now we're far enough into this double deck shoe where there's definitely less than 1 deck left to be played. So 1 divided by 1 deck left is a true 1. We're going to be betting 1 green chip in 2 spots. Ooh, nice. All right. Now the count is at 2. So that's going to be a stand. Over here we're going to double. Counts at 2. Hey, 21. Nice. Back to 1. 0. Oh, also 21. But the count is at 1. So that's a push. I got to take that. All right, count is at 1. So move that over there. 2 spots of 1 green chip. Counts at 1, 2, 3. Stand on those 12s. Back to 2 and 1. Nice, there we won. Feels good with those bigger chips out there. Counts at 1. No blackjack. Let's see, it was at 1, that's gonna cancel. 2, 3, 2. This is a hit. 3, stand on a 16 versus a 10 at a positive running count. So that's gonna stand. Counts at 3. A 10, this is gonna be a hit. And same thing, another 16. So it was at 3, now it's at 4, that's a stand. Back to 3, and unfortunately I gotta take both those ones. Okay, but we gotta raise our bets now, or we get to, I should say. It's at a 3, so we need 3 chips in each of these spots here. Looks like this is the last one. Ooh, a lot of big cards. No blackjack. Was at 3, back to 2, be a hit, back to 1. Hate losing that. Over here, also a hit. Nice, 21. Now you can stand. And still a 1, I think. All right, so that's going to get us our 75 back. Okay. All right, that was the last one. Let's see if we were correct here. I think it should be a 1 if my counting was correct. And then we'll check the burn card to see. So was that a 1? So still a 1. 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2. Uh-oh, I'm off. And 1, yeah. So I was off by 1 there, which is not acceptable. Okay, so I want to show you this. Since you're seeing this, I'm obviously leaving this in the video. I make mistakes too. I could make excuses, right? I could say that it is really hard to count and deal the game as well, but I want to let you know this is not acceptable, all right? I need to be better than this. If you messed up too, you need to be better than that, but hopefully you found where my mistake was. Anyway, let's see whether we won or lost a little bit here, and then I'll again tell you that discount code here at the end, all right? So to start with, remember, we had 100 in red. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like we came out a little bit on top there. Looks like maybe 4.5, if you will, more red chips. So what is that? Another 22.50. Okay, we also started with 400 in green. And all right, so here we were down $25. So I think altogether we're down $250 based off of that. But remember, we won some black there at the beginning. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 200 extra in black minus the 250 from the red. So almost $200 in profit there. Now, these are Monte Carlo 3-tone chips that Casino Supply sent me. They have a QR code. Also, I'll put their link there in the description. If you use my code A1BJ, right, for A1 Blackjack, A1BJ, that's going to get you 10% off anything that you buy, all right? You got chip trays, chips, custom felts, right? If you like my logo, maybe you have a logo you want to put on a custom felt. The shoe, the discard tray, everything that you see here came from them. They're great to work with, and I got these chips super fast. They came in the mail, so it came really fast. So anyway, if you want to use that, go ahead. That supports me just a little bit. I get 10% back as well, just like you get 10% off. So it's kind of a win-win for everybody. Anyway, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up as well. And until next time, this is A1 Blackjack.